Yo, what up guys? So week 4 of my EQ cycle, a little recap. Basically my dosages were 250 tests for the week and 800 milligrams of EQ for the week. Same as last week. This is the first week my dosages for the tests hasn't changed, and my EQ, because like the prior week I kind of fucked up my EQ dosage and went too high. So this week everything's stabilized, EQ stabilized, and the test is stabilized. With that said, I definitely felt pretty similar to last week. So this is the first week I haven't upped my test dose, and I think the 250 test dose is perfect. So I felt pretty good. Basically, I'll put a Physique update on the screen, and you can see I'm weighing the same. So I'm weighing in at like maybe a pound heavier, 220, a little bit high body fat. Basically, I look about the same, maybe a little more watery, a little more fat maybe. But look about the same. My gym performance was similar, as in slowly increasing, which is good. Strength was going up. Pumps felt good. Very similar to last week, so all lifts increasing slowly. Nothing phenomenal. So far, I really haven't noticed a huge performance in gym performance. Pretty basic. Other than like the gym performance, my skin was way better this week. I really didn't have anything go down with my skin, like no acne. I had like one little pimple, but that's about it. So it seems like my hormones are like stabilizing and coming into like how they should be. My hair loss was about the same as last week, very minimal. And yeah, that about sums it up, very similar to last week. The recovery though in the gym, I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm not recovering as well as I should with this kind of dosage, this kind of anabolic. My shoulders just kind of feel beat up and like they're not like fully recovering, and I don't really blast shoulders that hard in the gym, so I don't know, it just kind of seems like my recovery is a little bit lower than it should be. And maybe it could be like low estrogen or something, which I will get to later in the video. My mental was pretty good this week, about the same as last week, but yeah, with the test dose at 250, mental drive was good, everything was stable. You know, a little bit more ups and downs on the emotions. Nothing extreme though. Baseline, like anxiety seems a little higher, and baseline unease, like a feeling of a little bit unease, very minimal. I'm just trying to nitpick, but yeah, it just seems a little higher, but about the same as last week. Yeah, mental drive feels good and all that. Sex drive is perfect. Everything's working good there. I feel like the 250 test dose is good. It could be a little better. The sex drive kind of goes up and down a little bit. Not perfect. I've had better, so we'll see about that. And yeah, with that said, I got my lab work done today. So this is day 2 of week 5 when I'm recording this video. So like a day late, but with this lab work, I'm running just EQ and just tests, and then 4 weeks in, so it's going to be perfect representation of what's going on with the EQ. I mean, basically, I'm going to be adding some stuff in, so I'm going to be adding SARMs, like some really light stuff like SARMs, and maybe some MK this week. Well, I actually am going to add an Ostarine starting tomorrow, but the lab work that was done was nothing but tests and EQ 4 weeks in. So I just want to sum it up on here before I get my lab results back of just like what the EQ is feeling like. Now, I'm saying like with my mental effects, like a little extra anxiety, emotions a little more spiky up and down, and a little more feeling of unease, and like a little more like depression maybe, or like some kind of sadness, like very, like if you really are in tune with yourself, you would notice it. It's extremely minimal. I'm just trying to nitpick, like it's just like one notch up, you know, and this could be the result of the estrogen being out of whack. So if the lab work comes back in about a week and the estrogen is out of whack, either too high or too low, then those symptoms are pretty much guaranteed to be that, because it's so minimal that the estrogen is definitely going to have a role in that for sure. So I'll come back to that, but just to sum it up, that's what the EQ by itself is like. Without the test, I would not recommend the EQ. Didn't feel great at all. With the 250 test to 800, it feels like a good ratio. Maybe I could up the test, but we'll see how the estrogen is doing when I get the test back in about a week, hopefully. And yeah, so this will be the last day I'm running just test and EQ. I'm going to be adding in some very light stuff. I'm going to be adding in Ostarine, which I'm familiar with. I've used it one time before, so I'm familiar with how it feels. I'm going to be adding that in, and maybe some MK later on, but I'll be adding in the Ostarine tomorrow for sure. Just get that going, and yeah, kind of just start stacking a little bit and playing around, since the lab work is done, and that's what I really wanted to accomplish here, is see how the estrogen plays a role, and you know how the EQ fucks around with the estrogen. So the lab work I got done, it was E1 and E2 and total test. So if you look, you can know that the EQ aromatizes into E2 and E1 as well from what I've read, but we're gonna see from the test, obviously. Yeah, I mean, the feeling that you get is kind of like a low estrogen feeling just in general. So yeah, we'll come back to the test results and see what's good with that. My plans for this upcoming next couple weeks, like I said, you know, I'm going to be adding in some SARMs and very light stuff like that. But the diet, I'm going to be changing it today. I'm just going to be going full keto, like almost carnivore, just to kind of get the appetite in check, because the EQ really fucks with the appetite, and my like vacation and shit's got my taste and my eating habits all thrown off. So I'm going to do like a 2-week reset and just go full keto, maybe pull it up to 4 weeks, and just kind of see how I respond to that, and kind of reset my taste, and then maybe add some carbs in then. Training's gonna stay the same. I'm adding in 1 set per week, so I'm about like 65 to 70 total sets on the week, and it would be nice to get up to like 80 or 90, so hopefully I can really get some high volume training going soon. Man, other than that, that's about it. If you want to stay updated, you know, see the lab work, I know that'll definitely answer some questions for me, so hopefully it'll answer some questions for you. Just subscribe so you stay updated with that, you see what's going on. And as always, if you want to talk to me, just comment below. I respond to everything. And again, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.